in the first video, I've shown you how you can use a 2D array to go through each row and how to work out what the total marks were and append, alright, what marks were using that array. So I showed you how to do that. Now, this is what it ended up with. So what I can do here is I can go back to this and do I know the combined total marks for each student? Yes, I have now done that. Now I need to calculate the average for each student and all their subjects. Don't worry about doing the rounding for this, okay? So don't worry about doing that. We're just going to work out the average. Now to work out the average is actually not too difficult, because all I need to do is iterate through this that I've made, okay? So all I need to do is I'm going to create a new array called average. So average array equals, so I've made it blank. So I've made a blank array. What I am going to do is go through each of these and divide them by the subject number that I worked out earlier. So I can go for I in range. Alright, so I'm going to go for I in range. I'm going to go class size, because I need to go through each item. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say average score equals student total marks I divided by subject number. Subject number. So what it would do is it gone to 245, divided that by 3, which was our subject number. So student total marks, this number here, so we're starting here first, 0, dividing that by 3, and that's what average score is now. What I then need to do is go to average array dot append, and I'm going to append it with the average score. I now have this that I've gone through, 245 divided by 3, append it to my list. 195 divided by 3, append it to my list. 253 divided by 3, append it to the list. 150 divided by 3, append it to the list. So what I've ended up with is the average scores, which should look like, just so you're aware of what that average array would look like, this list, this one here, should look like this, if my maths is right. 81.6, 65, 84.3, 50. So that's now what that average array looks like after iterating through it, using the value stored in there and dividing it by the subject number, which we know was 3, and I've now got my averages that I can again later on iterate through. I'm going to stop recording that part, but what that now has allowed me to do is calculate the average mark for each student for each subject. Perfect. Now comes the bit where you're going to need to count how many people have got distinctions, merits and passes, which we may need to do in another video. Alright?